We are here at the Greater Waco Advanced Healthcare Academy. We've got an audience behind us of students here who are studying to be in the medical field, and it's a career day. This is the GWAHCA Annual College and Career Day here, where employers get a chance to visit with students about potential jobs and opportunities, and even more importantly, students get a chance to visit with those employers and learn a little bit more about what types of opportunities are available and what they'd like to pursue as a career path. And one of the vendors here today is the McLennan County Health District, and Amy Rayborn's here with them, and we are happy to have them here as well. But Amy, you're not really here in a hiring mode, are you? You're more in an educational mode?
Correct. We're here to make sure that all of these great students understand what's available at the health district and what each of our roles are, and to let them know about all the different programs and possibilities there are with our Waco McLennan County Health District.
Okay, so what kind of questions do you ask the students?
We ask them, like, what are their interests, to find out if they're interested in public health at all. There's so many different areas. We want to know where they are in this program, so things like that.
And I think the public may not really understand that or remember that these students have to stay on top of what's going on in medical fields. And you talk about tuberculosis and some of the, they need to remain knowledgeable about that.
Absolutely. Tuberculosis is the program that I supervise, but we have immunization outreach clinic here, which is extremely important. We talk about our HIV STD clinic. We have all kinds of good programs, so we give them an overview of what all is available, but absolutely, tuberculosis in the healthcare field, they're going to be screened annually while they're working as healthcare workers, but even important, or more importantly, we want them to be able to educate the public and their patients and clients and families as far as tuberculosis and any of the infectious diseases. Also, the importance of immunizations. We want to make sure that all persons in McLennan County have access to vaccine preventable diseases, not just for the little ones, but for adults. We have an adult safety net. So we want to provide as many people with access to good care as possible in our community.
So they have to not only talk the talk, they have to walk the walk. Absolutely. And make sure that they're following all the guidelines as well, right?
Sure.
Okay. And what's the value in you to meet these students and come to events like this?
The value
for you?
For me,
yeah.
Absolutely. They're the future of healthcare. Hopefully they'll take good care of me one of these days. So we want to make sure that they have as much good information as possible. I think this is such an incredible program. I wish they had had it when I was in high school, because they have such a step up on other folks. So.
What's your general impression of the students here at GWAHCA and the program?
They're absolutely wonderful. They're so respectful, which is just incredible. I think they're all going to be great in whichever field they choose to go into. They want the knowledge. They're like sponges. They just absorb everything that they're being told. So it's really a pleasure to be here with them.
Thank you for sharing your knowledge and education.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
I appreciate you.
Okay. We are here now with Baylor Scott and White Hillcrest and Dana Dinsmore, and of course Baylor Scott and White Hillcrest, one of the partners here at GWAHCA. So this is a big deal for you guys as well.
It is. We love partnering with GWAHCA, having the opportunity to come and provide expert speakers for these children, these youth growing up in healthcare in our community. We want to be able to give them that experience, the exposure to various healthcare related fields that they have the opportunity to go into in the future. We want to be able to capture them.
And is there also a hope that you might find some employees here?
Absolutely. So part of, as I was saying, the content, the expert speakers that we have come to their classes, we've actually done a behavioral interview. One of our leaders came out and she provided guidance and actually practiced behavioral interview process on what their attire, what to wear, and then actually some sample questions on what they might experience during an actual interview. And then we actually came out and did some interviews and were able to scoop up some of these great youth that we're going to be able to mold and grow within our organization.
So you have found some future employees here at GWAHCA.
Absolutely, yes. We're very proud. We're proud to be a part of, it may be a small part of their growth within healthcare, but we are proud that we are able to scoop up. I think we have about 15 of them that we're going to be capturing. So,
wow,
yeah.
That's great.
Yes.
And so tell me a little bit about what you're looking for
with the GWAHCA?
Yeah.
Well, so our hospital, our organization partners obviously with the GWAHCA program, but we provide a great foundation, a clinical experience for them. They come Mondays and Wednesdays to our hospital, and they go through various departments within the organization, and we expose them to what it's going to be like actually working within our facility. And we're actually going to be having a night shift, what it's going to be like working at the night on night shift with them. We're going to have kind of a lock-in coming up, and we're going to provide a great fun time for them. But we really want to see their growth during the entire program that they're with us. So we get them for half a semester, half of their term, and we get to see how they progress from their novice, CNA, and some have their certifications, some do not yet, but then we can see how they grow at the end. That's when we came in and interviewed them, and we can actually see the growth that they've achieved while going through those practical rotations through our hospital. So.
What kind of questions do you ask the kids when they come and talk to you? Because I'm sure they've got questions for you as well.
They do. So I actually kind of turn it back on them. I want to get I want their vision. What do they think we are looking for? And typically it's spot on. So I ask them to relate it back. So when they're doing their clinical rotation, what do you think we are looking for in a healthcare, in a trait? What would you think we would need? What would that look like if you were a patient or if your family was there and your actual experiences working on the floor through your rotations? What do you think that we are going to be looking for? And they're very integrity, communication, teamwork. They have great responses. So it's great to see them grow.
Okay. And how valuable is the education they're getting here at GWAHCA to move into a hospital situation?
Oh, it's wonderful. And I will tell you the key thing is working closely with the GWAHCA program. We're partnering on, they know what we are wanting or what we're looking for, and we're able to partner with them so that we can provide and help mold them into who they're going to be. Yeah.
Well, we love having you guys as a partner here at GWAHCA, and we're glad that it's working out great for you, and thank you for being here today.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Now we're going to get a chance to talk to some of the students here at GWAHCA about their experiences visiting with the hospitals and the retirement centers and some of the employers here. And first I'm going to ask you maybe your first name and what school you go to, okay?
My name is Marissa Botello, and I go to Waco High School.
Okay?
My name is Marlon Rodas, and I go to University High School.
Okay.
My name is Imari Lino, and I go to Waco High School.
My name is Arias Acevedo, and I go to Waco High School.
Chris Deo, and I go to Waco High.
Okay. Very good. And then this is the career day and college day, so you're getting a chance to go and visit with employers. So what kind of questions do you have for the employers when you walk in and see, or how do you decide who you're going to go visit with?
I guess it depends what year student you are. If you're like CNA 1, you can't really apply for anything because it depends on if you're a junior or senior. Since I'm a junior, I can't really apply for anything. So I kind of just like ask around, and I ask them, what age are you accepting applicants, and what are the requirements, and just things like that.
Okay.
For us incoming college students, freshman students, we ask them, are they flexible with our schedules during college? Can they work around our schedule so that way we can get our education and our skills, I guess you can say, so that way, if we want to go further, and we get, basically.
Now, just so people understand, you guys are continuing your education. You're still in school while you'll be working and getting a paycheck, right, Chris? Yeah. Okay. And who's the most interesting group that you visited so far this morning?
The most interesting group that I've seen would be Right at Home. They do healthcare, just driving to their homes. They have about 3 or 5 patients a day, so they get paid hourly. So I find that pretty interesting.
Okay. All right, Marissa, what about you? Who was the most interesting one that you saw?
Possibly the Army and the Navy, because they actually do have a lot of benefits that we never knew that they had.
I saw a big crowd in there in the Navy.
Yeah.
Did you go in the Navy?
Yeah, it was, to me, actually, I have a lanyard, I'm repping them, But I really liked the Navy because I had a lot of stereotypes about it, like it's dangerous and all that stuff. But, they cleared up a lot of things. Like, I kind of want to go into, like, a military branch. But I was kind of scared because, like, I heard a lot of things about, like, oh, there's a lot of, like, sexual assault and all that. But they really cleared up a lot of that misinformation. And I really liked it. So it's something that I'm definitely, like, looking into now.
Okay. Did you have a favorite?
My favorite was the Navy, too. I was really skeptical. I'm like, no, I don't really want to do that, but I liked it.
Okay. What kind of questions do these employers ask you guys when you go in to talk to them?
They ask us, like, where are we most comfortable at, and how would we get along with others? They ask us about our communication skills, how well we work with others, and basically that was pretty much it.
Like one thing they really highlighted was, and they really stressed the importance of like teamwork. And they were talking about, we have to have integrity, and we have to be able to communicate with patients because, we're caring for them and they're very vulnerable and we're there to help them. And so they really stressed on that. That was really important.
So is it valuable getting a chance to meet the future employers?
Yeah.
You think?
Yes.
Chris? So how does what you do on a daily basis here at GWAHCA help you in that career preparation?
I mean, because if you look at it, like when we go to college, if we all want to do pre-nursing, we already have the skills that we need, so we'll be above the level than other students that are just coming in. That helps us with the jobs like Providence and Hillcrest. We can go and apply now for CNA jobs and still go to college, but we already have the experience that we need to help us, I guess you can say, better ourselves.
Okay. Did anybody make a decision today on what they want to do for the rest of their life?
I think I'm going to join the Navy.
Same.
Yeah.
You too?
Yeah, because they were telling us, because I want to be a pediatric doctor, so they said that through the hospital corps there, I can go get my pediatrics, doctorate, less of the time than it would take me if I was going through regular college and school and all that.
And I kind of want to be a nurse midwife, and I want to go into politics too. And so I was asking them about that, and they were saying that when you join the military, you get a lot of political background knowledge. And also, I want to, go to school as a nurse midwife, but I kind of want to go to Baylor, but they're kind of expensive. And they're telling me that, as long as I can apply, they'll pay for it. So it kind of helps people, if you are, in economic problems and you don't really have money to pay for college, they give you the funds to do that. So that was really interesting, and that's kind of what motivated me to want to join the Navy.
It's kind of a big deal, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's
The
a big deal.
finances. Do the hospitals help with that sometimes too? Did they talk about that?
I'm pretty sure they have scholarships available for their workers, because obviously in the healthcare setting, you always want to advance and you always want to learn more because medicine is always evolving. So I'm pretty sure hospitals have scholarships available for students to go to gain more knowledge, but I haven't asked.
Okay. You look like you were ready to say something about that.
The hospital, yeah, they do help you. If you work there for a year, I believe they said they will help pay for your schooling, or half of it.
Okay, that's a big help, isn't it? Is it an advantage to get in the door with a company like that and get a chance to work and kind of see maybe what part of medicine that you like
Yeah.
and healthcare to get into?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's what's really good about CNA here is that they show you different work fields. Like CNA 2, they take you to clinicals, to hospitals, and you can check out the different sections of them. So you have the maternity ward, you have the emergency room, you have critical care. And even here, in CNA 1, we go to nursing homes and they have hospice care. They have independent living, they have assisted living, and it's just different levels of it. And so you kind of get knowledge of each one of them, and you can better choose which one you want to go to versus just oh, I just graduated and I know I want to go into medicine, but what is there to do? We already know what there is, and we can already choose that, That's pretty cool.
How many of you knew when you first came here to GWAHCA that you wanted to get into medicine and healthcare?
I knew that I was wanting to get into some form of medicine or healthcare. I just didn't know what I would do. So during the healthcare clinicals that we've done last year and this year, it's kind of given me a good idea of what I want to do.
A little more direction on career.
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
Has that been valuable to you?
definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Marissa, you know what you want to do?
Possibly psychology, but since being here, I'm still considering to become either a full-time nurse or just stay as a CNA, because it really does change your perspective about what to do in the medical field and the clinicals that we go to, we go to nursing homes, hospitals, it gives you a perspective of what you might be doing once you graduate college, and it's just a really good experience.
Okay. You were going to say something, it looked
I
like?
was just agreeing with her. I mean,
Okay.
she's absolutely right.
Yeah.
Okay. It gets you on a little more of a fast track and helps you make some decisions that are important because you don't want to spend a year or two doing something you're not really sure about. It helps you make those decisions. Okay. GWAHCA, good place to be?
Yes.
Great place to be. All right, very good. Enjoyed talking to you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're here with one of the providers, one of the employers for Career Day. It's James Boswell from Ridgecrest Retirement Center in Waco. And James, Why are you here, first of all?
Well, I thought that it was a good opportunity for us to get out here and meet some of the students. We are part of the program that GWAHCA has where they bring the students out to our facility. And one of the things that we kind of learned was that we really weren't engaged in when they came out. So today it gave me an opportunity as the administrator to actually come out and have some one-on-one with these students. And the great thing is, I'm already hearing from some of them that, maybe y'all could have done this differently. So, this is an opportunity for me to hear from these students and also an opportunity for us to change how we work with these students when they come out. So it was a good opportunity today.
When you say they come out, is it like an internship or a visit, or what do they do?
It's like an internship. They come out to the facility and they pair up with our CNAs and our staff, and they go around and help them with some of the daily life things that we do for the residents, from brushing their hair to helping them bathe. So it's an opportunity for your students to come out and actually get some one-on-one with these residents and see, maybe if they don't like it, maybe this is that opportunity, or yes, this is definitely what I want to do.
Mm-hmm. And how is what you're looking for as an employer maybe a little bit different from what Hillcrest or Baylor Scott and White or Providence or a hospital would look at?
Well, one of the things that's different from a hospital to a skilled nursing facility and long-term care is that these residents are there 365 days a year, whereas at a hospital they may have a resident or a patient for 2 or 3 days, and then they never see them again. At Ridgecrest or long-term care facilities, you establish that one-on-one relationship with your resident, so you know what they like for breakfast, you know what time they want their shower, so you do start to build that. So we're looking for people that are going to really create that bond with their resident and be a part of their life.
What kind of questions do you ask some of the students when you're talking with them here today?
Why do you want to be a CNA? What is it that makes you want to give that care? Again, these CNAs become such a huge part of these residents' lives, so they have to be able to build that connection. So one of the things I look at is how engaging they are. If they're very quiet, I'm maybe going to move to the next one. For that person that's a little more outgoing, that I feel like they're going to make that connection. So that's one of the things that I kind of look at.
A lot of opportunities for students who want to get into that in your field?
Absolutely. The CNA role is the first caregiver. So that's something that we're looking at is hiring some new CNAs and getting some fresh faces in Ridgecrest. One of the things about hiring a new CNA that's different from an older CNA is that it gives you an opportunity as the employer to kind of mold them to your policies and procedures, whereas an older CNA coming in is going to be, I'll do things this way, and we want them to fit our policies and procedures. So it's great for both sides, I think. It gives them an opportunity to get started as a CNA, but also us to bring in some fresh people and keep Ridgecrest here in Waco where it needs to be.
Okay. And James, what are your impressions of GWAHCA and the students in the program?
It's been a great experience. The leadership here is awesome. The students have been awesome, and I love the fact that they actually give me feedback. A lot of them are very outgoing, so I hope to be able to hire some of them. I really do. Just meeting them today as they're walking around, a lot of them are coming up and shaking my hand, and I'm thinking, wow, this is great to see. So hopefully we can get some of these students employed.
Some impressive high school kids.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So great turnout today at GWAHCA for the annual College and Career Day. Employers got a chance to check out some of the wonderful students here, maybe even hire some of them. And students, did you guys find this valuable to get to talk to some of the hospitals and providers? Yes? Okay, very good. Great day all around here at GWAHCA, and thanks for watching Waco ISD TV.